why you're a
reason you went
joke.
to that rally is
Hey,
because,
guess what? You're fake
unfortunately, I
news.
wasn't able
No
to
one
go.
cares about you. No one cares about you.
You do?
You're pathetic.
Do you care about me?
No, yeah, because you got the worst decision in the history of the sport. So
No,
many
it was a
bad calls
decision.
against me. Oh, yeah,
I
no.
finished you.
No, you didn't. I stood right up. That wasn't
I
even close.
broke your
No,
face.
Marty.
What is up, everybody? My name is Advance, and this is Advanced Sports Talk. So, UFC 268 is in the books. It is now the morning after. I wanted to do this video last night, but I didn't want y'all to see me nodding off, you know. It was such a good card. It kicked off immediately with Justin Gaethje versus Michael Chandler. Now, originally that was supposed to be the third fight out, but you know, because Gaethje, Rose, and Usman are all on the same team, you know, the coach was like, look, I'm gonna need a break somewhere in between. I can't do 3 fights back to back to back to back. So yeah, man, that was cool to, like, for them to start that off like that. And it kind of tricked people into watching the whole card. Because let's be real, like, usually, like, the first 2 cards, like the first 2 fights on the card, people don't really pay attention to those fights. In fact, when we was watching it here, we was like, all right, like, so we you know, once Burgos and Quintillo came out, they was, you know, everybody was pretty much, like, you know, off, like, kind of doing their own thing. But you know, the Burgos Quintillo fight was actually pretty action packed. They ain't got no damn defense, like, cause after one round looked like it was in a car wreck. But in any case, we're gonna talk about the main event first, because that's what the title of this pay-per-view is. It's Usman v Covington 2 Part 2. So we're gonna get into it. Coming off, start of the fight was kind of composed. The fight went almost exactly the same way that it went last time. And you know, Usman, you know, calm, composed, picking his shots. Every time Kobe threw a shot, Usman had 2 coming right back at him. So Usman obviously outstruck him. Kobe, for whatever reason, thought that this was pretty much gonna be an edge for him to wrestle more, you know, instead of keeping the fight standing. But the thing about Usman is that you can't strike with him because he's stronger than you. You can't wrestle with him because he's stronger than you. So during the whole fight, I'm sitting here like, why would you do that? Why would you go for a shot? Now this man is on the back of your neck. Like, you're carrying all of this weight. And oh man, like, by the time Usman was done with Kobe after the first round, Kobe was a redneck for real. Like, all of this, the back of this, like, oh man, like, I'll tell you one thing. He had Usman had the perfect sprawl. I think there was one takedown that Kobe had where, like, it would have been deemed a takedown, but they didn't rule, or they ruled that he didn't have complete control. So even though he did take Usman down, he did, like, slam him down to his knees, and he did kind of get behind him, but he didn't maintain the control. So I guess, you know, Usman slipped out of it quick enough to the point where it didn't matter. So, but I mean, hey, I'll give it to Kobe though. He guts, man, guts, because I wouldn't lock up with that motherfucker. But yeah, so, like, when Usman was trading with him, it's like he was catching Kobe with shots. Like, he dinged him up already in the first round. And I know there was an accidental headbutt that led to a cut on Kobe's cheek, but you know, can't really count that. But man, it was crazy, and it got to a point where you can tell after Usman landed a few shots, he got a little bloodlusted, and you know, he was coming in because Like, first off, coming into this fight, Usman made a point to say that he has to thoroughly destroy this man, like decimate him, but you know, for him to completely stop talking shit. You know, so he was trying to finish him. He was trying to finish him bad. In fact, he had him down bad in the second round. Usman hit Covington with a couple of shots. Like, man, he caught that man with an uppercut, left hook. I think the left hook is what put him down. Then like hit him, came whop straight to the ear. Long story short, the fight went this way throughout the throughout all 5 rounds. It went the distance. You know, the whole time, you know, his trainers, Kobe's trainers is looking at him like, yo, what are you doing? We had a game plan. Like, and I said it in my preview video. I was like, look, it's only a matter of time before Kobe reverts back to his base after getting hit in the face. Yeah, I know that rhyme. Sorry, it's natural. It's in the blood. And it was kind of hilarious because and coming into this fight, Kobe kept saying that Usman was a cheater. Usman was calling fake nut shots, fake eye pokes. And at the end of this fight, or near the end of this fight, when there was 30 seconds left in the 5th round, there was coincidentally an eye poke. It was an accident. Usman did it by accident. You know, he kind of went like swiped across his face. Kobe bitched about that for a little bit, but eventually they ended up rounding out and finishing the fight. The winner, obviously by unanimous decision, was Kamaru Usman. Now granted, I think one judge actually gave Kobe the takedown, or I think that was when they explained it. But man, that was a good fight. And it's like I said, Kobe got hands. It's just can't fuck with Usman. Like, oh man. And then there's another thing. Like after the fight, you know, Kobe kind of dropped the heel persona, and you know they went and met in the middle of the ring. You know, Usman extended his hand. Kobe shook it, and you know they hugged and embraced. You know, to a point where Dan Miragliotta had to break them up. Like, all right, look, kiss later, fuck out of here. Yeah, that was cool to see. You know, I'm a big component of like sportsmanship, and you know, like I love competition, and you know, I love when two guys can, show mutual respect. That's how I came up. Don't get me wrong, I'm still gonna try to destroy you, but you know, there's always gonna be love at the end of the day. But I don't know. It's at the same time, I did say that I don't know, if I got knocked out and I got caught, like I'm gonna need some time, cause like if I go to sleep and I lose time, I'm like no, hold up. I need to process this before I can shake your hand. Like give me a minute, back up. Congrats to Usman. They said that this is his 16th victory in a row in UFC. So yeah, 16-0. Like, oh man, like incredible mile mark. And it's crazy because I didn't even pay attention to his record before. The only record that I really paid attention to was Izzy's and Khabib's. So, but yeah, like man, great mile marker. Now Usman is to be considered the pound for pound fighter in the UFC and maybe even the world. So now, if the rumors are true, what Usman wants to do now, he wants to go fight Canelo, who also won last night, and that in spectacular fashion. There will be a video coming on that later as well. But in any case, that was that fight. Great win, Usman. Let's move on to the next one. Rose Namajunas versus Weili Zhang. So this fight went the complete opposite from how the last fight went. Rose still ended up coming out on top, but there was a lot more of an exchange. You know, like they was going back and forth, grappling, countering, and yeah, like Rose got some shots in, Zhang got some shots in. Zhang, there was a portion of time where Rose was in control, and there was a portion of time where Zhang was in control on the bottom. And yeah, man, all in all, like, this was a good, like, back and forth fight. The Rose ended up getting the decision in the end, and like, yeah, because I think this was how the fight last time should have went. Like what people felt that the fight last time should have went. But hey, an errant kick is all that it took to put Zhang out. So yeah, but yeah, all in all, like, that was a good fight. Shane Burgos and Billy Carantillo. There we go. I was about to say Tarantino, okay? But yeah, so that was a good fight. The only thing is, neither fighter had defense though, so they really went like rock'em sock'em robots with that shit, and it was like Burgos got the win, but even in his fight, he almost fucked around and lost because he was getting Carantillo with leg kicks, and he like got him to the point where Carantillo couldn't even walk properly. And then right after that, he started punching, kept trying to wrestle. And it's like us over here, Rogan, DC, the announcers at ringside, they was like, oh, leg kicks, you got him. Oh my God. Basically, if he would have kept kicking the leg, eventually they would have stopped the fight, because if you can't walk, you can't fight. So, oh man, but yeah, that was it was a good but frustrating fight, because it's like you see that one guy had a clear path to victory, but didn't take it. I don't know if that was by choice because he wanted to put on a show or whatever, but oh man, Frankie Edgar versus Marlon Vera. Marlon Vera won TKO in the third round. Oh, man, I didn't see that. That was one of the times where I went to the advanced concession stand, otherwise known as my kitchen. so yeah. So, but in any case, rounding this off, Justin Gaethje versus Michael Chandler. Man, that was a slobber knocker. Like, they was going back and forth, slugging each other. It wasn't quite the spectacle that they made it out of it. They said, all right, we're gonna meet in the ring, and we're gonna meet in the middle of the ring, and we not gonna back up. And like I said before, Gaethje said, all right, first person to shoot for a leg is a bitch. Now, there was some leg shots. Somebody did take a shot. I just don't remember who did it first because I was so wrapped up in the fight. But man, that was exciting. Like, and it was like Gaethje was like throwing bombs, and like, to Chandler's credit, Chandler was just walking through shit like the Terminator. Might have cost him the fight, but oh man, like, you like, it's something demoralizing, like when somebody is walking forward and you're just like throwing shots at him, and then he's just like, nope, like an anime character, man. But long story short, Justin Gaethje got the victory by decision. So now I believe he would be the number one contender. I think there's somebody in front of him. I can't remember who it was, but yeah, I think he's the number one contender for the lightweight title. So there was some talk. They wanted. There was some talk asking if Islam was gonna get the quote Dana White treatment. And, Dana White took it straight back to the numbers. Was like, no, like, this guy's number 2, this guy's number 4. So yeah, like, I'm pretty sure that Islam's time is coming, because when you consider who he has in his corner, I mean, it's I don't got anybody beating him really. But in any case, that was this UFC 268 fight breakdown. My name is Advance. I'm your host. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe on all of my social medias. please go forth and check out all of my previous videos. Back to football. I'm out.